Hello, good people of YouTube. I have an Luger today. It's going to be really telling if there's no kind of compilation after this. So yeah, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is a P08 Luger manufactured by probably DWM. Now, this is a very historic pistol. If you've played a lot of games, you probably have used this pistol once or twice, and I've always wanted to get one. But the problem is that obviously they don't make these anymore, so these are kind of hard to get. Now, a company about 3 months ago, 3 or 4 or 5 months ago, something like that, announced that they were importing some what are East German Lugers. So I wanted to get one of these because the history to me is really cool, and plus it's a really cool, interesting, historic firearm. Now, the situation with this is that this company is known as RTI, Royal Tiger Imports, and they have a not stellar reputation for quality military surplus firearms, but the way they went about giving these out, not really giving, I had to pay for it, the way they went about selling these was a lot different from what they normally do. Normally on RTI's website, when you look at their website, you see all these rifles and stuff, you know, K98s, Carcanos, Garands, so forth and so on. And it's kind of a lottery system. The one you see on the image on screen isn't necessarily the one that you're going to get, and it's probably not going to be in that good of shape. It's kind of just, you buy it and you can get a great one or you can get a terrible one. It's a lottery system. But with these RTI Lugers, they listed them individually by serial number. You could see them, see what condition they were in, and buy them like that. And that's what I did with this one. Now, this one is not exactly a collector's piece. It's what's probably best referred to as a shooter. The parts aren't matching, they've got different numbers, and it's basically a Luger that was put together with parts in order to just make a functioning pistol rather than a collector's piece. Now, the history behind this particular one, and most of the ones that you'll be seeing on their website that they still have up for sale, is that this was a captured pistol. So this one in particular is a 1939, it's when this was manufactured. This right here, the BYF, I don't know how well that's going to come off the camera, that's actually Mauser's marking, but this whole arm right here has been replaced because it's not the matching serial number with the frame. The frame number is 2057, both the upper, and it is unloaded, we've cleared that, but YouTube's rules are kind of sketchy now, so we can't really show that it's cleared, we think, but 2057. So the upper and lower frame are of the same number, but pretty much everything else is mismatched, and the magazine's a reproduction magazine. Original magazines are like $300 if you can find them. Reproduction ones like $40 to $50 if you can find them. So this was captured by the Red Army and later held by the Soviet Union. And then later it was refurbished. They put these plastic grips on it, put it together, and then they put it into service with the East German police. So this is an East German Luger. The East German police is like the Volkspolice or something like that. So VoPo for brevity's sake. And after, of course, several years in service, several decades in service with the East German police, these were later shipped down to Ethiopia to fund some communist revolution there. Now they've come back to the United States because of RTI. So today we're taking a look at this thing, seeing that, well, do you want one? Should you buy one? The prices are kind of high because, well, everything's kind of high right now. And honestly, good luck getting a Luger for under like $1,500 today. You can do it at like a local pawn shop or something, or a gun shop. If you don't have one of those, like we don't really have that around here. Our first actual standalone gun shop just opened up last year, and he doesn't have a lot of milsurp at all because I guess it's not really a popular thing down here. So this is my only option to get one of these, and we're going to try it out today and see how well it does. All right, so they do test fire these before they list them. So this one, they all go through 3 rounds of just modern 9mm. It's actually apparently what you want in a Luger because it needs a little bit more oomph to operate. So we're just going to do 1 round, see if it functions, and then if it does, we'll put some more rounds through it, and well, we'll see what happens. So the Luger action is really unique. What happens is when the round goes off, it drives this whole upper assembly back, and it forces the, well, just see, I'll manually do it right now to charge it. All right. And then when the round goes off, it you know, it works that action. It's really cool. That was really smooth. Wow. That was downright comfy. Okay, more please. All right, so I put about half a magazine in it. We're gonna see if it can get through all of that, which it should. I have full faith that it will. Let's go. It would help if I put a round in the chamber. Everything about this gun's really stiff. The action's really stiff. The magazine's really stiff. I mean, I guess, you know, it's a new magazine, it's stiff and all, but the action's also kind of, I mean, I oiled it up before we came out here. It's a lot better than before. I don't know, maybe we'll get through it with this. All right, that did really well. Cool. All right, so we got a full magazine now. We're going to see if it makes it through that, which again, I'm pretty sure it will. And, well, let's go. Okay, ready?
I'm close, yes, go.
It's on safe. The safety works, we know that for sure. Okay, that worked as well. Excellent. So, ooh, failure to feed. There we go. Interesting. Let's see, was that all that was in there? I might have been limp wristing it. Let's try that again. Again. That was the last round too. Okay, I got it in the chamber. So that was 2 failure to feeds. It might be the magazine. That's kind of hard to tell because this is a reproduction magazine, but it ran fine the first time, then not so fine the second time. And that's weird that it jammed on the last round in the magazine instead of, like, you know, halfway through or early on if there was like too much spring tension or something like that. But again, it is a gun that's approaching 100 years old, so there is that. And also apparently too, you know, modern ammo may not be enough to run it, but we'll see. All right, just put 3 rounds in the magazine. We're gonna run it through again, see how that works. Again, it might be a magazine problem, might not necessarily be the gun's problem. Oh, again, didn't make it. That's interesting. It ran fine originally. We ran through a full magazine, but now it's not so much. This is 124 grain Winchester 9mm. I mean, it's nothing too spicy, but let's put 1 more magazine through it, see what happens then. I'm going to try to be like manly about it and see if I might be the problem. So full magazine now. I'm just going to take it slow, try to have a good grip on the pistol and see what happens. Again, they are notorious for being very finicky about what type of ammo gets ran through them. And with the price of ammo right now, I can't be going and buy, you know, 5 or 6 different brands of 9mm for this. I'm not quite that rich. By not rich, I mean not at all. All right, so let's just get through it. It's weird it keeps happening on the last couple of rounds. All right. I'm leaning more towards it might be a magazine issue. And that's also really hard to kind of solve because these reproduction magazines aren't exactly everywhere. All right, so now we're gonna see the penetrating power of 9mm Luger. We're gonna see how many of these 2 liters it'll get through. Now, last time we did this with the rifles kind of struggled to get through more than 3. So I think this one, probably 2. Got some other ones to compare it to as well. So let's go. So it looks like it did go through all three. Huh. That is so weird. Now they were kind of closer together than when we did with the rifle test. And we'll have to see what happens with the other ones. So I have two other pistols here today. All right, so now we're gonna try this against another World War II veteran, this time a 1911, two World Wars, the gun. So this is a Remington 1911. They made this back in 2011 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 1911. It was the first pistol I think Remington made in a hot minute when it came out. It's just like a World War II era 1911, except it's got better sights, you know, modern internal bits and stuff. So pretty cool little gun. It's one of the more affordable 1911s you can get. These are still only about $700 on the market today. So cool little pistol here, an affordable way to get a 1911. So let's see how that with 45 ACP does against our diet sodas. Whoa, that was pretty cool. That was in the front right there. Clean, whoa. Clean entry and exit. This one, they went flying. This one's still. Yeah, it kind of just grazed that one there on the side. And then this one, it's just, yeah, I think that's the exit. The entry is, oh yeah, right there again, just went in, went out. Now I think the pistols are dumping their energy better because the rifles would go through one or two and it's like hitting concrete when you're going as fast as a rifle round is going. So I think pistols, probably with the slower round and the bigger mass, especially with the 1911, they're having the oomph to get through it. That's very interesting. It's very cool to see. All right, I have one more. All right, and as our third gun, we have here my concealed carry, which you might be looking at this saying, Sealord, that's a full-size Glock. Yes, it is. It's also a full-size Glock in 10 millimeter. This is for those of us that like carrying around. That was designed after Archduke Franz Ferdinand had been shot. So, little history behind this. The FBI wanted a round with a lot of stopping power that was more modern. It wasn't 45 ACP or anything like that. Then, I forget who exactly came up with 10 millimeter, but they designed it. The FBI said, oh, it's too much for us. So then they necked it, not really necked down, they cooked it down to 40 Smith & Wesson. Now, a lot of the 10 millimeter ammo that you can get today is really 40 millimeter. It's loaded to those same specifications. But what we have here today is my concealed carry ammo, which is Underwood 10 millimeter. This is hollow point, so if this goes through all of them, I'll be pretty surprised because hollow points expand a lot faster than full metal jackets do. I do expect this is going to probably be a pretty big mess. So let's go ahead and see. Well, that surely made them fly apart a lot more than the other ones. I said it is my concealed carry. So hold up, that's the first one over here. Cool. So big ol' exit wound there. Entrance wound. Or this might have been the third one actually, now that I'm, where did it come in at? Okay, I think this might have been the third one. Oh yeah, no, look, right here. This is the one in the middle actually. So it hit here, dumped all of its energy in the second soda. Okay, so where? This one got grazed, so that's why the second one got absolutely annihilated. We just grazed the first one. And then, yeah, the third one, look at that. Still dumping all of its energy there. That's the power of 10 mil. Very cool indeed. At my sister's behest, she wants me to see how well her little Springfield Hellcat does against the sodas as well. be a little interesting experiment because unlike the Luger, which has, you know, that's probably a 4 or 5 inch barrel, the Hellcat has only a little old, I think 2.5, 3 inch barrel, because this is a compact concealed carry pistol, which, you know, from close in range stuff and most self-defense situations is perfectly fine, but we'll get an idea of what it's really like here right now. Didn't make it through all the way. Again, that another, I think, 2 or 3, 2.5 inches of barrel makes all the difference. The Luger, I know we didn't really show it too much, but it pretty much went clean through all of them. This one, you can see it hit it and immediately started dumping its energy out. And then I think it barely got, yeah, look, barely got that one. And then the root beer is still fully intact. You're sheltering enemies of the state beneath your floorboards, aren't you? That is so weird. That's weird. All right, so with this P08 Luger, overall, I'm fairly happy with my purchase. I mean, it works, it runs. I'm really thinking it's a magazine problem or an ammo problem, where either it doesn't have enough oomph to cycle it all the way, but that doesn't make sense because, as we saw earlier, we went through a whole magazine with no problems. So I'm thinking it might be a magazine issue. And again, that's kind of difficult to remedy right now, but as I'm sure as things pick up, you know, more reproduction mags will be available, and we'll come back and we'll revisit it with a new magazine, or if I can maybe get my hands on an actual surplus magazine, because I have heard that these reproduction magazines are kind of hit or miss. I honestly don't even know who this one's made by. It's just the one that RTI gives you. But as you can see, this obviously isn't something you're going to be using as a concealed carry piece or as a duty piece, obviously. So as just a fun little collector's item that's kind of in the more affordable side of Lugers right now, I'm pretty happy with it. But obviously, if you're looking for something that's like, you know, a collector's piece, all matching numbers that runs perfectly fine, something like this isn't really what you want. Now, on RTI's website, they do have ones you can buy that are matching fully, but they still do have the reproduction magazines, but those again are in like the $2,500, $3,000 range on their website. But for 1,500 bucks in the market right now, it's actually not terrible in my opinion. Now, you know, take what you've seen here today and do with it what you will. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, let me know if you like this style of video, this type of video. Again, I'm trying to branch out to more things on the channel. So guys, that's all I got for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, make sure to drop a like and subscribe and comment. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. Well, let me get rid of these guys now.